Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahusha Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 12th of July 2024. It's 9:36 a.m. Eastern Time. And right now, I'm just gonna do a little live streaming. Well, it won't be live because you'll be watching it back as a video, but hopefully I could get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and I'll be able to go live sometime soon. All right, so let's see here. So right now we're getting support at value area low. Yesterday's VPOC. There's heavy selling in this area here, around between first and second lower deviation. Actually between, let me just point this out. So this is anchored VWAP from the ETH. That purple line is anchored VWAP from the European session. And this is anchored VWAP from the beginning of the session here, that yellow line. This here is the first upper deviation, that dashed purple line, and that other dashed purple line right there, that's second upper deviation. So first, I'm gonna call it V1, V plus 1, and V plus 2. So we're gonna go up here and test V plus 2 plus this pivot level here, pivot TC. So let's see if we get buyers to push above there. Right now I'm thinking short though, to be honest. Because in the ETH we actually came down to one of my levels here where I was thinking about a short. Let's see. Let me just switch over here and adjust this volume over here on the screen. I think sometimes my audio comes in a little hot, but I'm trying to adjust that now. Play around with the settings and see how it looks, how it sounds, sorry. So we came down here to this market profile value area high, which was the weekly value area high, which was at 56.2250. Right, so we just peaked below there, and I was looking for a short below this level, and then we bought back up. So to me, this was looking like a little too convincing of a reversal. So I'm thinking we might fail up at these levels here. Let me just take this off. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna get some kind of selling up at this level here. Right, I'm just gonna make some adjustments. My overnight high is, right, so that's my overnight high right there. 56.4675. All right, while I make those adjustments, I'll just let it run on Bookmap. So we're getting some buyers coming up here at this second at V2. We had some stops coming out there. So I'm just making some adjustments here with my levels. Still just looking at the market right now, not too convinced of this bullish action, so just waiting to see what's going to happen. Because if we do go bullish, we're running into this rejection level or resistance level right here at around 56.60. So that's a golden pivot zone right there. We have Camarilla R3 in a lower value relationship, and we have the central pivot in a higher value relationship, I believe. So if it comes up at this level, we could probably get a short from this level here. And I believe we got news coming out at 10 o'clock. See the session volume profile right now, we're up at a low volume area right here. Not much activity compared to where the VPOC is. So I'm not really convinced of the buying right now. All right, so we have this rejection here of V2, heading back down now to V1, losing the overnight high. We have this iceberg executing right here to support price. That's also at VWAP. So we're losing this RTH open VWAP, anchored VWAP. Now we're heading to the European session VWAP. Right, so let's open this up a little bit and see what we get here. Nice little retest of the VWAP right there and V1. Let's see if we get some buyers here at ETH VWAP. That's VPOC and that's European VWAP. We also at yesterday's VPOC and value area low. So this is a heavy support area right here. All right, so I just look at the US dollar at the same time. If the US dollar is moving strong, usually that signals like bearish activity in the market. Sometimes this correlation isn't that inverse. Sometimes they move together. So, but basically the basic principle is that, you know, expensive money leads to lower markets or puts pressure on the market when they have to borrow money. So this is a possible Bowling Green reversal here happening on the US dollar. So I'm looking at the ES for a short as well. But if this continues lower, right, if this continues lower, breaks yesterday's low, then we could probably get that bullish activity in the ES. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX is down here, Camarilla S4. This is a possible support area. If the VIX goes bullish, we could get that bearish activity. If it breaks down lower, we could get that bullish activity on the ES. Right now we're back up at V2. Alright, so we're getting another rejection here of V2. Buyers trying to step on the gas up here. This is also a monthly VWAP, I think V2, V1, sorry. So this is monthly V1, and let's see if it creates that resistance that it usually does. If we hold above monthly V1, then we could be really getting a nice little bullish run today. And let me just show you what that looks like on the daily chart. So that's the monthly V1 VWAP. Right, so that's creating a little resistance right now. We got a break above that right there, that red line. This is also monthly R1, so we got a break back above that. We already got it as a target. We hit it, we ran through it, we came back down. But now to stay bullish, we gotta get above monthly Camarilla R4 at 56.73. And first obstacle here is monthly R1 at 56.57. So we had that dip down here to this V2, which I believe is a yearly V2, which begins at the beginning of the year. It's anchored from the beginning of the year. So we had that breakdown right there, and we had that pushback up above it. All right, so big buyers going through at V2. And again, that's V2 right there. All right, so initiative buyers taking it on right here, trying to push above these levels. Sellers still applying pressure though. We have icebergs going off here. So you can see the icebergs applying pressure right here. See if I could move this a little bit. So as I said before, this whole area here is resistance. We have the MVWAP1, we have the V2. Even though initiative buyers are trying to step in here, they're getting sold on. We have the iceberg selling up top. But that doesn't mean if you go short right here, you won't get squeezed up to this level. All right, that's the level I'm looking at for the short. And that's going to be up at V3, which is that dashed purple line right there in the rectangle. So just gotta be patient and wait. Let the market play out, do what it gotta do, and then I could take my trade. See, we're getting up to weekly Camarilla R3. Just move this. Yep, so you can see that's weekly Camarilla R3, weekly Camarilla R1, I mean floor pivot R1, and monthly R1. So heavy resistance in this general area. So we need big buyers coming through here to push through these levels. We have a nice accumulation structure here on the 15-minute chart. You can see the volume profile D-shaped. We have that breakout. And this could be a shake right here. This is a nice accumulation structure right here. If we hold above Camaria R3, which is at around 56.61, I could take a long up to Camaria R4, which is 21 points up, 2150 at around 56.8250. So we got those icebergs coming in. Nice support from the icebergs. Still got the counteraction here of the sellers. Iceberg stepping up. Constant execution here when you see that line going across. That blue line. Right, so you see that blue line going across there. That's constant execution. Another one up here. And another one up here. And this is transacting right now. So it's excellent information to have when you see at certain areas like this where it's supposed to be resistance, we're seeing the iceberg support, but we're also seeing the counteraction to that. But this one isn't executing on a constant basis like this one right here. So this one is executing. I think this one already executed. See the VIX is looking like it wants to reverse a little bit. So if that breaks above, let's say 1243, that could be a possible short there as well. All right, again, initiative buyers coming in, not really making much headway. Nice and slow motion, but it's steady motion, but it's slow. So we have this kind of bull flag action going on now, upward channel. Right, looking at the US dollar is looking like it wants to make a 360 fire strategy reversal, which is a rejection of the bowling green. So that could be bullish. Still got the sellers executing. These guys canceled. Right, so this iceberg is transacting right now. See the constant line going across? They're applying that pressure right there. And right at my golden pivot resistance zone right there. Iceberg coming into support, but this guy is executing constantly. This was one execution, right? See, he just executed 93. All right, let's see if we get a possible retest here of 56.60 and we could get a buy entry right there. So this is V3 right here. This is also supposed to be a heavy resistance zone, so let's see what happens. We have exhaustion on the ask right there. Sellers coming in. All right, let's see if we get our retest. All right, come back down. All right. And let's see if we get icebergs executing here to support price and some heavy volume buying. Or they already started, so we need them to come right down here, probably to V2 and this area right here in this golden pivot zone. Right, so that's what I want to see. I want to see some buyers right here. All right, so with this little structure being built above V2, when we test here, this breakout here of 56.61 could be a good entry long. So I want to see this V2 hold for a long. All right, icebergs just coming in. I was wondering where they're at. Let's see some support here. So let's see, is it going to be resistance? Is that the end of the bullish run right there? We came up to V3, had this big slide down here to V2, and now no buyers in sight. So if we get a shallow pullback here, and we feel we could probably enter short. I don't want to chase it. I want to wait for the pullback. All right, so this is the pullback. We have decent volume on the buying. No sellers in sight. Looking like the icebergs are selling. Looking on the subchart here, you see the iceberg is down at the bottom. That signifies iceberg selling. We have selling pressure right here. That's the dark red line. That's moving down a little bit, but moving up now. So that selling pressure is coming off. Looking at this right here, that's my volume pressure, the buyers. So let's see if that gets like a peak. Right, so that's the volume pressure buyers right there, and the blue is the volume pressure imbalance. All right, so we're gonna try a long here, break above 56.61 and V2. Stop is at 56.59.72. So let's see if buyers could take this up. All right, so those iceberg sellers here, we gotta take them on, or else it's gonna come back and hit my stop. I wanna see some buyers right here. All right, so 192 transacted. We have iceberg buyers right there. 200. Right, I'm gonna add to my position here. We have heavy volume buying, so I'm going with what they're doing. You can see all those icebergs transacting there, supporting price. So I'm trying to take this up to around 56.82. Let's see if we could get there. See the iceberg on the sub chart moving to the upside. I want to see a big buy and push through here. After all these icebergs, I want to see a big buy and push. Yeah, that's what I want to see right there. All right, I'm trying not to get spooked on that selling right there. Almost coming back to break even. Need to see my buyers coming back in here again. Yeah, seeing some exhaustion on the buy side right there. That's not looking good. So it's feeling kind of spooky right now, but no real reason to sell. Just testing our perseverance right here. Buyers coming back in here at the top. Right, just looking at the structure, buyers are up here again. We need more buyers, buying cluster and push above. Detected a iceberg seller right there again. We gotta squeeze through these guys. And one thing I gotta do, I gotta watch this PA account with the drawdown. So these little pullbacks, I gotta be real mindful of these pullbacks when we pop up, cause my profit, my unrealized goes up, and the trailing threshold goes up as well. All right, so my trailing stop moved up to 56.64.75. So I'm gonna do the same. All right, I'm gonna close out on this trade. I don't like that selling action right there. So we had that kind of sweep through the book right there. The volume wasn't really that heavy, but we had some big bubbles come in, came back and tested V2. So I stopped out on that trade right there. because as I was saying, this trailing threshold, I don't want it to go up too much in P&L, and because I'm already in two contracts, and I don't want to give back too much. So I kind of secured. I probably gave back like 100 right there. Could be a little more. Now I'm thinking, where could I get back in? So if this swing low here holds our support at V2, I could probably get back in on the break above here at 56.67. We still have all this iceberg support, so it should be still good. Let's see, my exit was 56.64.75. All right. I'm just trying to type in the premium tier Discord yeah, premium tier Discord. Premium tier futures, my bad. 56.64.75. Alright, so I probably need to screenshot this. Wait, let's see. So we have sellers here again, but selling into all this icebergs executing here, I don't want to do that. That doesn't make too much sense. I'm looking for support buyers here and a break above this level. Alright, so this little level right here, I'm looking for a break above. Still seeing sellers. We have these icebergs executing here as well, so don't forget those guys. We have the iceberg buyers, but still we're getting pressure from up top. Let's see, I want to take a screenshot for my markup. Right, so that was the first entry right there at 56.62.75 and second entry at 56.63.75. So I want to get the retest here. All right, now that I saved that picture, that screenshot, let me see what's going on here. So we have this bull flag at V2. We had pivot BC that's causing some resistance, V2 some resistance. It's still a bull flag though. So still looking for a breakout here, high volume buyers. Let me take a look at Trader Map Pro, see what we got. We got some, let's see, our target here is 56.76. A bunch of sellers looking for this breakout here as well. The first liquidity is 56.72 though. Why is the buyers looking like they're getting exhausted? Like I'm thinking about taking the breakout, but it's looking like maybe a buy on the retest side, somewhere around down here. Then go for the breakout. But then I don't want to go long here. It's in the middle of nowhere. Even though these icebergs are executing here, it's still like V2 is still V1 is still way down here at 56 59 back here at Camarillo R3. So if we're gonna do a deep retest, I want to go long around this area again. And this could be a short setup, but I'm not too convinced of the short setup right now. I'm not really convinced either way right now. Until these icebergs get out the way, then I'll start thinking maybe it's a short trade. But once these guys keep executing, because right now they're up to 676 contracts, they're definitely trying to absorb all the selling and support price. So I don't want to go against them right now. And I could actually stop trading right now because we're green on the day, it's Friday. So maybe it could be a good idea to stop right now. Uh, if we break lower, all these icebergs here will probably stop out. So we could get like a real reversal right now. All right, let's see the buy and response. Very little buyers right here. All right, so the iceberg stopped transacting. They executed 1288 and 437. So let's see if sellers take control now. We have this iceberg here selling up top. All right, 0 to none buying response. There's nobody buying right now. I'm really thinking about the short, but maybe I'll take the V1 breakdown and the Camarilla R3 breakdown. Because anything above V1 is still bullish. We're still in a bullish trend up. Once we're holding above this level right here, holding above V1, we're still bullish. And this is VWAP from the RTH open, so still bullish around these areas here, holding above these areas. All right, so this is the buying response, looking like shallow buying right now. Coming back up to this pivot BC level, 56.69. Icebergs on the sub chart, the sellers are winning. And this is looking more and more like a short right there. All right, so let's come back up to V2. Let's see if we get a rejection around this level here. And I like these little structures here. It's either you break above or you break below. All right, buyers trying to take it up. So there's these little accumulation structures here, like when they either break above or break below. It's good entries and good exits as well. Good places to put your stop if you're going long, and if you're going short as well, put your stop above. Everything is kind of flat right now and just sideways motion. I think we need some big buyers to just step in right now, and then we could be convinced of the continuation of the long trend, the uptrend. So we gotta get up to this resistance level right here as well, this monthly Camarilla R4. All right, so buyers breaking out of this little consolidation accumulation right here. We have buyers. Let's see what the volume is looking like. Volume is shallow. Let's see, where's volume points of control? Volume points of control still not moving up, still down here at 56.42.50. I think we could get a big retest here of VWAP. If these buyers don't step in, we could come back to VWAP at 56, 56.75. It keeps looking like it's tempting to go short. I don't want to take the bait just yet though. See, if we look at the 15-minute chart, we just crossed this low volume node at 56.65. So as you can see, we're on the outer edges of this D profile right now, looking kind of weak to the upside. Low volume activity right here. We gotta get up to that monthly Camarilla R4 at 56.7350, and who knows, that's a possible rejection right there. Let me take a look at Bookmap, Trader Map Pro. So we have that liquidity up top. Let's see, 56.71 and 56.76. Sellers looking like they're in control here. They're just not taking it down though. So maybe it's some absorption going on. Like they're absorbing the buyers, you know what I mean? So we have heavy volume stepping in there. Let's see if we could get a retest. So that's a breakout of the accumulation. Let's see if we get a retest somewhere at 56.70. Or maybe 56.6950. I guess that was the retest right there. Right, heading up to V2, monthly Camarilla R4. I want to see a retest of 56.70. And this is a good place to pull back from monthly Camaria R4. Let's get some take profit happening here up at V2 as well. Come back to 56.70 and I could consider taking a long there. I'm seeing too much absorption on from the iceberg sellers to buy the highs, you know what I'm saying? I want to buy on the pullback now. All right, so 56.70, considering a long off that level, maybe only to 56.72. Let's see if we get some more pullback. All right, so I missed that breakout to take the long at 56.70. We didn't get that retest, so just waiting. Looks like the retest now could be monthly Camaria R4, 56.73.50. Let's see if we get some support right there on a retest, or maybe even right here. I don't know. I think I might be good on the day though. I'm not really getting the retest that I'm looking for. All right, so all we're getting is these breakouts, shallow retests, and breakouts from these accumulations. I'm not taking these trades. I'm not taking these breakouts of accumulation trades when we have these icebergs selling up top. I want to get like a nice retest. If I get a retest here of 56.70, then I can go long from there. See, Camaria R4 is up at 56.8250. It's looking like a nice target to take one of these breakouts from up top here. But I don't want to take breakouts from the top. Not with these icebergs selling up here. If we could get like a nice little retest of maybe monthly Camaria R4 56.7350, then I could consider going long. Like if we go long from here on these shallow retests, it's too shallow. We hold it nice above V2 though. So we came back, we tested V2, we went up. We didn't test V2 this time. Looking like a nice little scalp here up to Camaria R4, but I'll stay out. See on the selling here, there's volume pressure to the upside. Buyers are still buying. See on the sub chart right here. So that's showing that the buyers are still absorbing those sellers. We did have sellers challenge though. And there's that breakout buy again, but not taking that breakout buy, man. I want a nice retest. But I guess that's the trend. They kind of trend right there, you know, to just buy the breakouts of these consolidations right here. That's a breakout. That's a breakout. That's another breakout. This was like the retest right here, and this is gonna be another breakout here if they go. Feeling like I'm missing out, but I wanted a better retest than that. At least come back to V2 right here. Come on, sellers, bring it down to V2. Right now, I think I'm good on the day. I already missed all of this breakout here from probably 56.69, 56.70, which was the nice run up to Camaria R4, which is 56.82. Nice 10-point move, 12 points. Waiting on a retest, not getting a retest of this V2 level to enter. And I'm not taking this breakouts here at the top. Yeah, and they keep doing that. So I think I'm good on the day, man. I'm green on the day, so we'll just leave it at that. All right, y'all, it's Malak Shalomo. Shabbat Shalom to everyone, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.